Your orchid is wilting, has rotten leaves and seems beyond saving. Don't rush to throw it away. In today's video, I will reveal to you the secret to miraculous revival with just a few simple steps and familiar ingredients right in the kitchen. The orchid will quickly become green again, new roots will grow strongly, the leaves will be shiny and smooth and can even bloom earlier and more brilliantly. What country are you watching this video from? Leave a comment to let me know. It's great that we can connect and chat with each other from all over the world. Now let's begin. This is an orchid in my garden. Just because we were negligent and forgot for a short time, mold had time to attack, causing the plant to wilt, the leaves to turn yellow and fall off. When we checked carefully, we saw that the mold had penetrated from the inside of the stem and gradually spread outward, leaving yellow, swollen leaves. This is a typical sign of mold and bacterial infection. It is necessary to remove all the yellow, soft, and lifeless leaves. In this case, it is important not to rush to throw away the plant. Even though the plant looks wilted, if we handle and care for it properly, we can still recover and help the plant become healthy again. These leaves are also gradually infected with fungus and should be removed. Then, we check the growing medium. Here is the layer of moss that retains moisture. When observing closely, we will see that the moss layer has become moldy, black and rough, and the mold has begun to spread. If you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button to support me and so you don't miss any orchid care tips. It's great to have you along on this journey. Some roots are still strong and bright white, but many roots have been eaten by fungi, started to rot black and stopped growing. The fungus is spreading down to the base, so we need to quickly remove all the old moss substrate, both to check the roots and to remove the fungal substrate. Although this type of substrate helps plants grow quickly in industry, if left for a long time, it can easily accumulate moisture, leading to mold and root rot. In addition to the English subtitles, you can use the automatic translation to your language to understand the content more easily. To subtitle in your language, open the video and click the gear icon settings in the automatic translation to select your preferred language. Thus, after removing diseased leaves, damaged roots, and old substrate, the orchid will be freed from the moldy environment, creating favorable conditions for recovery and regeneration. Next, I will use sterilized scissors to prune the damaged roots. Roots that are rotten, broken, or have lost their vitality need to be completely removed, because this is where mold can easily penetrate and spread. With roots that are still green at the bottom but damaged at the top, we should also cut them off to avoid affecting the entire root system. It is necessary to prune and thoroughly remove all remaining mold, ensure a clean environment, help the root system to be airy and limit the risk of reinfection for the orchid. After cleaning the damaged roots, we will clean the plant, keeping the leaves and the emerging buds. This is a positive sign of the orchid's revival. This will help the plant recover quickly and have a healthy foundation to grow again. The next step is to take the orchid out and clean it with clean water. Any orchid after treatment needs to be thoroughly washed to remove all mold and dirt remaining on the stem and roots. Wash regularly from the base to the tip of the roots to wash away all dirt, impurities, and long-standing mold. Thorough washing with this water can remove about 80% of pathogens and harmful fungi. For the remaining mold, I will continue to treat it with organic methods combined with natural fertilizers. During this process, we also gently remove rotten spots and parts that are susceptible to decay to prevent spreading. After cleaning, the orchid is refreshed and ready for the next steps of care. In the next step, I will use 1 liter of clean water. Then soak the entire orchid, including leaves and roots. Soaking for about an hour has the effect of awakening the cells in the leaves and roots, helping the plant to be fully hydrated, restore its fresh state, and be ready to enter the new growth process. After 1 hour of soaking, we will gently remove the orchid from the vase so that both the roots and leaves can be ventilated. At this time, the orchid leaves have absorbed enough moisture, becoming shiny and fresh again. In the next step, we use a soft cotton pad soaked in clean water. Gently wipe the entire surface of the leaves. This will help completely remove dirt as well as remaining mold, returning the plant to cleanliness and health, well prepared for the next stage of care. In the next step, I use molasses as an ingredient. I will take 1 spoon of molasses. Molasses is an ingredient that is very easy to find in the kitchen but brings many nutrients. Next, I prepare 1 liter of clean water to dissolve molasses, creating a natural nutrient solution that helps the orchid to easily absorb and recover quickly. Next, I will use a plastic cup the length of a leaf and pour in the molasses solution I just mixed. Then, I put all the orchid leaves and roots in to soak for about 30 minutes. The purpose of this step is to let the nutrients from the molasses penetrate deep into the cells, helping the orchid to regenerate quickly, retain moisture better, and stimulate healthy roots. In the next step, I prepare 500 milliliters of clean water. The next ingredient I use is beetroot juice. Beetroot GR solution that has been fermented for about 3 months. Then, I use a small cup of 50 milliliters and pour it into 50 milliliters of beetroot juice. Beetroot is highly valued for its rich nutritional content and valuable natural compounds necessary for the healthy growth and development of orchids. I dissolve 50 milliliters of GR beetroot into 500 milliliters of clean water. Then stir well and let it sit for 30 minutes to form a nutrient solution. After 30 minutes, I will mix the beet juice with the molasses. When the 2 solutions combine, a natural fermentation process will take place, creating conditions for beneficial microorganisms to grow, while inhibiting and eliminating harmful fungi. I will leave the nutrients for 15 minutes to form a liquid fertilizer. After 30 minutes of soaking the leaves, we will gently lift the orchid out of the sugar water solution. Next, use a soft cotton pad soaked in clean water to wipe the entire leaf surface, helping to remove any remaining impurities. At this time, the sugar solution has penetrated the leaves and roots, stimulating the cells to awaken, helping the plant to recover quickly, maintain moisture, and help the capillary system to circulate nutrients more effectively. After completing this step, we will put the plant outside to continue the care process. After 15 minutes, the beetroot and molasses solution has dissolved, forming a liquid fertilizer rich in nutrients. At this time, I will use a soft cotton ball to absorb and gently wipe the entire surface of the orchid leaves. This action not only helps remove harmful mold, but also retains beneficial microorganisms, supporting healthy plant growth. Molasses contains important minerals such as iron, calcium, potassium, and magnesium, which help support root growth, stimulate enzyme activity, and chlorophyll formation. At the same time, nutrients will penetrate through the capillary system, stimulating the orchid to quickly revive, sprout new roots, germinate, and flower early. In the next step, I will prepare a clean glass jar and place the entire orchid root in the bottom of the jar. Then, pour in the premixed nutrient solution, making sure the orchid roots are completely submerged in the solution. Soaking time is about 25 minutes so that the roots directly absorb nutrients, then transmit them to the leaves to help the orchid recover quickly. After 25 minutes of soaking, I gently lift the orchid out of the nutrient tank. At this point, you can see the root tips begin to turn a lush green, a clear sign that the roots have absorbed nutrients and are reactivated. Most of the roots are hydrated and shiny, proving that the plant is recovering well. Once completed, we will proceed with the next care steps. Next, I will proceed to disinfect the orchid with cinnamon powder. Cinnamon powder has natural antibacterial properties, helping cuts and wounds on the plant to quickly shrink and recover. Sprinkle cinnamon powder evenly on the areas that need to be treated, ensuring that the wound surface is optimally protected, preventing fungal infections. After that, I will place the plant outside, let it dry and stabilize for a day, creating conditions for the wound to heal completely before placing the plant in a pot for planting. Next, with the remaining nutrient solution, I will use it to take care of the orchid pots in the garden. I scoop a cup of nutrient solution, then use a soft cotton pad to absorb it evenly. Gently squeeze it out and wipe the entire surface of the orchid leaves, both the top to remove dirt, and the bottom to clean mold and harmful bacteria. This process also helps retain beneficial microorganisms while stimulating the stomata to open, creating conditions for leaves and roots to breathe and photosynthesize better. This mixture contains many natural minerals, such as potassium and phosphorus. When applied to the leaves, these nutrients can be absorbed through the surface, directly supplementing the plant, especially useful during recovery or when new leaves are growing. Next, I watered the roots and substrate directly so that the nutrients penetrate deep into the roots, making the plant healthier. This care method should be done regularly every 2 weeks so that the orchid can absorb enough nutrients and grow strongly. On normal days, I maintained a mist spray with clean water to keep the leaves and substrate moist. Finally, I placed the plant in the garden, in a shady, airy place with gentle light, avoiding direct sunlight. This way, the plant will continue to photosynthesize well, recover quickly and develop sustainably. One day after treatment, the wounds on the orchid were dry and healed completely. At this time I began to put the plant in a pot to plant, using a pot with many ventilation holes. First I placed the orchid roots neatly in the pot, then added a layer of pine bark that had been treated to be mold-free and disinfected. I chose large pieces of pine bark to line and insert underneath, helping the growing medium to be airy, creating conditions for the roots to be airy, easily absorb oxygen and grow healthily. The rough surface of pine bark helps orchid roots adhere better, creating a solid foundation for healthy plant growth. Thanks to containing resin, pine bark has antibacterial properties, helping to limit the growth of fungi and bacteria that are harmful to plants. Pine bark is durable and slow to decompose compared to some other types of growing media, helping you save time and money on replacing the growing media many times. Next, I covered the surface of the pot with a layer of moss, the main purpose of which was to keep the growing medium moist and protect the young roots, helping the plant to grow stably. Thus, we have completed planting the orchid in a new pot. After that, I will continue the care step, including preparing natural fertilizers to supplement nutrients, supporting the orchid to quickly recover and grow stronger. In the next part, I will prepare organic fertilizer to care for orchids. The formula here is to combine beetroot juice with molasses, a natural nutrient rich in micronutrients. This method helps nutrients penetrate the substrate, from which the roots gradually absorb, accumulate, and grow healthier. The appropriate fertilization cycle is once every 2 weeks. On normal days, I only use clean water to spray mist to keep the leaves moist. At the same time, if the substrate is dry, I will add more clean water to maintain balanced humidity. I will place the orchid in a cool place with circulating wind and light. After 28 days of persistent care, our orchid has shown clear signs of recovery. First of all, at the top, a new shoot has sprung up with 2 fresh, shiny, healthy green leaves, no signs of mold, showing that the leaves are recovering. Check the roots where the tree is important. The roots have also recovered very well. Many new root tips have appeared, turning bright green, a sign that the plant is absorbing nutrients effectively. The old leaves still play an important role, providing temporary nutrients to nourish the roots and young shoots to develop. Once the root system has developed stably, the orchid will continue to recover leaves, sprout more shoots, and grow steadily over time. During the care process, we maintain daily misting with clean water, combined with watering when the substrate is dry. With dedication, perseverance, and patience, the orchid will surely recover completely, develop healthy roots, lush green leaves, and gradually become a vibrant, mature orchid in the garden. After 45 days of care, our orchid has shown remarkable growth. Currently, the plant has sprouted 2 large, green, healthy young leaves. In the basal leaves, although old, they still continue to play a nurturing role, providing nutrients to support the growth of young leaves and new buds. When the roots have firmly attached and developed stably, the leaves become thick, shiny, and photosynthesize more effectively, creating a foundation for strong growth. At the same time, the root system has grown a lot. Many healthy root tips have stretched out, even protruding out of the pot, a great sign that the plant is growing extremely vigorously. In the garden week, orchids, if we persistently care for them and do not abandon them, will certainly recover and turn green again. With just patience, calmness, and dedicated care, the orchid will not let down the grower's efforts. What do you think about this orchid revival method? Please leave a comment below to share with everyone around the world. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more orchid care tips.